Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the AD's Corner. Today we have with us Coach Johnson, our head volleyball coach, as I heard her ladies get going in the second half of their season. Coach, thanks for taking the time.
Yep.
So, Coach, awesome fall, right? 13-3, 5-0 in the conference, sitting at the top right now. But obviously, everything pandemic related, a bit different year, right? So we're at the midway point, so to speak, and we're about to get going. I guess for starters, you know, how has that been? Because obviously new territory for you and your ladies, and a bit different.
Yeah. I mean, everything about this year has been different.
Absolutely.
I think the biggest thing is, especially if you've been in the program before, this is kind of our individual time. This is the time we, come out and start working on some of our individual skills, and February is not as intense of a month for us. So it's different. And when we came back in January and hit the weight room, and with the intention of starting full practice in February, it's different and it's weird. But I think the ladies have adjusted very well. They've come to work every day. And they're getting the job done. It's weird to take a 2 or 3 month break and then come back. That's like summer for us, and then we have a preseason, and we don't have a preseason.
Right.
We don't have a couple practices a day, and we don't have a couple weeks that we would normally have. So we've kind of had to figure things out really quick. But the difference is that everybody, or the same is that everybody else in the country is doing the same thing.
Right. Everybody
Everybody else is doing something different right now, so we're at no disadvantage. It's just trying to figure out how to wrap your brain around it.
Absolutely. And Coach, I know that's awesome that the ladies have adjusted and you and your staff have adjusted. It's exciting also, selfishly, in the fact of Comet Nation will be able to see you guys in action in the spring, right? Which isn't a normal thing. So ought to be exciting. And Coach, you mentioned it. You don't have a preseason, right, to go into this second half of the season and the spring semester. But you guys have some games coming up, obviously, starting next week on the second half of the season. And you'll have some games under your belt before you get right back into conference play. So, look like University of Northwestern, and then you're headed to Illinois for a tournament. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've been fortunate. We've worked with Northwestern out of the cities for a couple games this fall. They're in a position where they're trying to schedule games to put together a schedule, and they've been able to fill some holes for us,
Nice.
which has been really nice. So we contacted them to try to get a match to play on our way to Illinois, to break up the drive a little bit, get a match in before we go play some of our NAI competition. And that's been great. They're great competition. They're a really solid team. Great games both times. We played them both home and away. So we're looking forward to having them on Wednesday night next week, and then we're going to St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois, and Palos Heights, Illinois. We're going to play at Trinity Christian, and we have a couple teams we're playing there. We're going to see some really good competition there.
Good.
The teams have a lot of history. They have great coaching. I expect it to be really good. So it'll get us started on the right foot. But that's what we want. We came off the first part of our season feeling like we were in a good place, but knowing that we needed to challenge ourselves too. So before we get into conference play, it'll be really good to play some of those teams that we know have been at the top as well.
Absolutely. And then right after that, then you jump right back into it, right, with conference games, and it'll be here before you know it. Coach, I want to talk a little bit about the first poll that came out for volleyball. Obviously I know you and your staff and ladies are looking at the present and the future and continuing to improve, but what an honor you guys are getting votes for top 25, and obviously a testament to what a fall that your ladies have had. Do the ladies pay that much attention to that? Do you pay that much attention? I know it's early, but what a good recognition.
Oh yeah, they pay attention. And it is. I'm so proud of them. It's the first time in Mayville State history.
Wow.
That,
Okay.
That we've even been recognized with votes. So
Awesome.
Super proud of them. They're proud of themselves. I think I don't know that they quite understand the magnitude of what it is. I had a lot of questions about how many votes do you have to have, and which is really neat that they're invested and they're interested and they wanted to see the poll and they wanted to see how it all laid out. But we talk a lot about, well, it's great to be recognized in that way. We can't sit back and be just satisfied with receiving votes, and
Right.
but we're in the conversation, and that's the most important thing. Is people have noticed who we're playing and maybe who we're beating or who we're competing with. So it's good to be in the conversation,
Absolutely.
and now you just want to keep that and make it louder.
Absolutely. And Coach, congratulations. I didn't realize that was the first time in school history that you've gotten votes for top 25. So that's awesome, and obviously a testament to the ladies, and you and your staff are doing such an awesome job. So keep that up, and excited to see where that plays out as the season goes on. Coach, when you look at the standings right now, right, you got you guys and then Bellevue's right there, and I know they're ranked and obviously always strong. What's something that you're going to take from the fall that you feel like you really can improve upon for the spring, and then obviously come tournament time?
Yeah. Well, our conference is tough.
Mm-hmm.
There's teams that I think they'll look a lot different than the spring.
Right.
And so I don't think you can overlook anybody. You got Viterbo, who's always in the top 5 in the country. Sitting a bit lower this year, but I anticipate they'll be back and they'll be a force to be reckoned with. And Dakota State, they're always really tough. And anybody, and any given night, I feel like our conference, anybody can win, and that's been proven over the course of the years. So, but we just want to keep getting better, and we really focused on in the off season working on our termination of the ball. That's we've been a good defensive team the last couple of years, both blocking and in the back row, and we've kind of hung our hat on that. But terminating the ball is something that we've really talked a lot about, and we've worked to get better at that, and so hopefully that shows when we step foot on the court this spring.
Absolutely. And Coach, I know you have some great players, right? I could go down a list, right? But Victoria, who returning All-American, right? Outside of Victoria, who do you see really stepping up in a leadership role, obviously on the court, but also maybe off the court as you guys push towards a heck of a finish for this spring?
Yeah, you see that 6'2" middle standing there. You definitely look at her to be somebody that she's a go-to. But I've been so proud of how our 3 seniors have handled everything this fall. Caitlin Lear, Jordan Lucas, and Mason Hart have been the kind of leaders that you want in a program.
Right.
They are vocal and they are demanding in a way that is positive. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we'd be where we're at. I don't think we would have finished the fall being able to play all of our matches mm-hmm. without going into quarantine if it wasn't for their leadership and how they went about their business. Right. They were very serious. And when you're a senior, that's what it is. Yeah. But they went about their business the right way, and they were serious about it. We talk about doing all the things, yeah. And we really had to do all the things this fall to stay healthy. We had to limit our exposure, and sometimes that was at the sacrifice of maybe seeing friends outside of our volleyball bubble and seeing family. And I felt like they just did such a great job of living what they were preaching. Mm-hmm. And I can say everything. It's a little bit easier for me as a coach, but for them to make those sacrifices and have the younger kids see, this is your senior year and you don't get to do that and you don't get to go there. But taking it all in stride, and we just had another meeting last night where I'd asked some questions, and I'm just so proud of them and how resilient they've been and how they've led this team, and I just anticipate they'll continue to do that.
Absolutely, and Coach, I'll tell you, all 3 of those young ladies, obviously great for you on the court. I've gotten the pleasure of getting to know them a little bit off the court, and what phenomenal representations of this university and your program. So awesome. I hope they finish strong, obviously, and we're competing deep into the tournament come the end of March, excuse me. So, Coach, anything else that you want to say anything to Comet Nation? I know it's exciting. It's a little different. It's different for everybody. but we're going to have volleyball in the Louis Lee in no time, and that's an exciting thing, and hopefully with fans, right?
Yeah,
Knock
right.
on wood. So with that said, it's an awesome atmosphere, and wish you and the ladies nothing but the best of luck. But is there anything you want to say to Comet Nation as we enter the spring volleyball season?
Yeah, it's fun to talk to other coaches from other schools who come here and are impressed with what we have. And you think you're coming to little old Mayville, North Dakota, and nobody's going to be here, and they walk into the gym, and I've had many coaches say, this is the best atmosphere, this is the best place to play in the conference, and that's just a testament to our students and our community, and how much they love the Comets, and we appreciate it. And I don't know that we as coaches always get to say exactly how we feel about that, but for these kids, it was kind of heartbreaking watching basketball have to play in front of those empty stands, because that's not what we're known for.
Right.
We're known for those crazy Comet fans, and so that was heartbreaking to see. And I just hope that they can, like basketball can finish it out, but like that once we get going with volleyball again, that we're able to have those fans, because it really does. It really does make the experience what it is. So yeah, we love having Comet Nation there. We love the support, and we'll keep it.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thank you. I know you're busy. Thank you for taking the time, and good luck this spring.
Yeah, thank you.